So using slope-intercept form, we can pretty quickly write the equation of a line from a graph. We need to identify the slope and the y-intercept, then put those values in the appropriate places in the equation. So if, for example, I have this graph here, and I want to write the equation of the line. I want to write it in slope-intercept form. So I'm going to need a slope, and I'm going to need a y-intercept. So my step one is I need to identify the slope and the y-intercept. So to do that, I'm going to put some dots at known corner addresses. I want to make sure I have one on the y-axis. I'm going to count my slope. I went up by 1 and over by 4, so my slope, which is rise over run, equals 1 over 4. And then the y-intercept, I'm going to read straight off the graph. It is that dot that crosses the y-axis. So in this case, it is the point 0, 1, or I can just say it's 1. And then I'm going to put those two values, the 1 over 4 and the 1, in their appropriate spots in the equation. Remembering that the equation in slope-intercept form goes y equals something times x plus something, where the something in front of the x is the slope, and the thing after the plus is the y-intercept. So this is going to be y equals 1 over 4x plus 1. And that's the equation of this line. Okay, I'm going to try a couple more here. So we're going to try writing the equations of the following relations. I'm going to look for the one on the left first. This one has a slope of 1 over 3, rise of 1, run of 3, and it has a y-intercept of 1 plus 1. So this is going to be y equals 1 over 3x plus 1. The second one on the right, this has a slope of -7 over 1. It's very steep. And it has a y-intercept of -4. Those negatives are really important. I'm going to put the slope in front of the x. And instead of writing plus -4, I'm just going to write -4. Okay, here's a couple for you to try. Pause the video and give these two a try. Welcome back. Okay, we're going to look at the one on the left. The one on the left has a slope, I've got two addresses there, of 4 over 2, but that simplifies to 2 over 1, and I want it as simple as possible. And it has a y-intercept of +2, so the equation of this line is 2x plus 2. I don't usually bother writing the over 1 parts. The one on the right has a slope of -3 over 3, which works out to be -1, and a y-intercept of +4. This has the equation y equals -1x plus 4, or I could just write -x plus 4.